One of the things that I loved about being a mother was how much my children taught me. Like in all relationships, one might get the haughty idea that I'm the authority or I'm the giver, the teacher, the lover. But an honest and healthy relationship is always both ways. A parent-child is no different. I share with you one of the most endearing conversations I had with my son Peter when he was 15 years old. He taught me an important lesson, one which I will never forget. Because Peter's older sister Emily was 10 years older and his brother Andy was 8 years older, Peter grew up kind of in an adult world. He learned a lot about life when he was very young. He witnessed challenges and health issues and disappointments, successes and failures. He saw tragedies from teens who had made wrong choices. At 15, he had already experienced the more serious side of life. When he got to high school, Emily and Andy had already graduated from college and had started their careers. So it was the first week of school, and Peter came home excited and thrilled to tell me he was going to a field party that night with some friends who were picking him up in a car. Yuck! My mind raced to all those things parents are so afraid of for their children. I explained to him for the 20th time about the dangers and how many things can go wrong. I even admitted to him how scared I was for him. His response was compassionate and kind, realizing his mother's fears. He asked me to come and sit down beside him, and he took my hand and he looked at me directly and said this: "Mom, I know that it is hard for you to let me go. And I know you will not always like my choices, my answers to your questions, but this is one thing you can count on. I am always going to tell you the truth." You do not need to be a mother to understand how profound it is when the person you are in relationship with loves you enough to tell you the truth. Jesus told us the truth in our gospel story today. When he said to his disciples, "If you love me, you will keep my commandments. And I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to be with you forever. This is the Spirit of truth." How many times and how many ways did Jesus try to tell his followers, try to tell us, this is the truth, here is the truth, I am the truth, and now I leave you with the Spirit of truth. In my life, Jesus always finds a way to bring me to the truth, to himself. He continues to pursue me even when I don't understand, and even when I don't like the answers to his questions. And so in my own words, I decided to take a quick look at the ways Jesus has described himself to us in the Gospel of John. In John 6, "I am the bread of life. I'm a daily offering. I nourish and sustain you with the nutrients that give you energy for this life." John 8, "I am the light of the world. I illumine your path and give you sight so that you will find your way. I am your hope in the world of darkness." John 10, "I am the sheep gate. I am an entrance into the kingdom. You may choose to stand outside, but it will always be open if you want to come to me. John 10, I am the good shepherd. I will be your guide and your protector, and when you are lost, I will seek you out and I will care for you. John 11, I am the resurrection and I am life. I am the source for eternal life, the true reality by which you live. John 14, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I'm the honest and authentic path, the journey that is true and spirit-filled. John 15, I am the true vine. I am the center and your heart, the place where you will gain strength and find peace. In summary of these 7 statements, Jesus' mission is the source of eternal life, the vine, the life, the resurrection. He is the means through whom we find life, through the way and the gate. He leads us to life by the shepherd. He reveals to us the truth and nourishes our life with bread. So in my study of this gospel, I turned back to the beginning of John and reread this again. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us, full of grace and truth. For the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus. His words are compelling. They offer vision and perspective. They console, they comfort us, they give us hope. They take away our fear and our shame and guilt. And his words reconcile and forgive and heal. In short, his words are truth and love. Now, looking at the last words written in the Gospel of John, the truth which liberates is the power of God, and that power is love. Jesus' word is made flesh, and speaking and acting are the same. The beginning and end of John's gospel and everywhere in between, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. What a hopeful gospel. I read a story about another teenager who, after Jesus first became the truth to him, he sneaked into his high school classroom and wrote on the chalkboard in big letters, Jesus Christ is the answer. When he returned later, he discovered that someone had printed under the statement, yeah, but what's the question? This man is old now and tells that he now knows much more about the many questions which life asks. Life has questioned him about his values and priorities, about his visions, his dreams, about his courage and capacity to love. But he says to all these questions of life, Jesus Christ is still the answer. Like the disciples, we must take a serious look at the truth of Christ. Henry Nouwen puts it like this: life is unpredictable. We can be happy one day and sad the next, rich one day and poor the next, alive one day and dead the next. So who is there to hold on to? Who gives us that hope? Who is there to trust at all times? Only Jesus, the Christ. Remember when Jesus says he has come to bear witness to the truth? And Pontius Pilate asked him this question: what is the truth? Jesus does not answer Pilate's question. He just stands there. And he stands there and stands, looking into Pilate's eyes. if we listen carefully, we might hear him say, I am. Amen.